Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I am building a bar or a pub that is a old castle. Ever since the Life and Death expansion pack came out, I really wanted to create something using the castle estate kit because I thought that they would work really nicely together, and that is exactly what we're doing here today. I wasn't sure at first if I wanted it to be a home or what I wanted this build to be, but as it started taking shape, I decided it would be really nice to have a community lot, a bar for your Sims to visit, and I don't think I've made any community lots other than the funeral home with this pack yet. So I really hope you will enjoy this one. If you do and you'd like to download it, it is available right now on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You could also find it under the hashtag Gryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. And while we're talking about like where to find things, I am now over on the app Blue Sky. If you'd like to follow me over there, I'll have a link in the description. It's another social media platform, and that is where you can find me most of the time. I've been really active over there, so I would love to have you join me. So the outside of this build is starting to take shape now. I really wanted to have these pitched roofs with a taller castle piece in the middle, and I am using both the exterior paint and the windows from the castle estate kit. The front door, however, is from Life and Death, and I end up using a couple of different things on the exterior from that pack as well, but I do feel like they work together beautifully. I really liked using the new bar that came with Life and Death. I actually end up using the other bar. There are two that come with it. This one has this like arch over it, whereas the other one does not, but since I paired it with the bar back that does have the arch, I thought it was a little bit too busy, so I will change that a little bit later. I was just kind of throwing the items inside that are required for this lot type, and then going back outside to finish decorating the outside, or at least get a good head start. I do bounce around from time to time in these builds, so I do most of the exterior before we go to the interior, but I do finish it up towards the end. But right now I'm trying to figure out what sort of pathway I want leading up to the front of the bar. I keep wanting to call it a house. And also a space over to the side where I'm going to put some tables and chairs if your Sims would like to dine outside or hang out there. Also grabbing a lot of big trees for this lot. I do change my mind about which trees I want to place though, and I end up going with these ones instead, which are from Debug with Life and Death. They are very much autumnal vibes, and I am building this in the world of Ravenwood, which came with the Life and Death expansion pack, and we're building on the lot that normally belongs to the Specter family. I know, kind of controversial to bulldoze their house, but I really loved this lot and it felt so perfect for a community lot, so I had to. And yeah, this is going to be where the dining area outside is. I am putting some bushes around it to make it feel like it's enclosed, and I will make it actually a little bit smaller later on because I decided to add some string lights over it, so I customized it to place it at the same size as the length of the string lights. I thought it looked super cozy. And then over here I am going to pick out some plants just for some extra decoration around the outside of the build. And I will be also changing the pathway so it's a little bit wider and playing around with a few different sign options so that there is like the name of the bar on the outside. And here are those string lights I had mentioned. So we're just going to rearrange this space now and try and make it so it fits as best as I possibly can. I'm really happy to have some more string lights in the game. The ones we have so far, we have some lanterns from City Living. There's the ones from the toddler pack. There's the debug version of those from base game, I think, as well. And I want to say there's one other one that I'm not thinking of right now, but we do have a few different ones, but I really like how simple these ones are. I'm also going to grab some of these items from debug here momentarily. I'm going to call them tree cages. I'm not sure if that's what they're called, but it's basically like a little cage that goes around the trunk of a tree. If it's in a like city area, you've probably seen these in cities before, so that the tree can grow even though there is stone around that area. So just placing some of those down since I decided to put like a tile over the entirety of this lot, and getting a couple more planters as well as a bench out front. And then we're moving inside to start working on the floor plan, which is pretty simple. Over in this corner here, I'm going to have the bathrooms. Straight ahead is where the bar is, and then I end up having quite a lot of booth seating in here for your Sims to use, as well as a couple of like small tables as well. And the colors, I think this ends up being like the coziest interior. I do change the colors a few different times, so you'll see going back and forth with the different wallpapers and the flooring, and then which bar color I want to use. But I was really happy that I stuck with it and figured it out, because sometimes with builds like this, especially community lots, because I'm not as comfortable with them, if I get stuck, it just never gets finished. But I did make sure to finish this one, and I'm really happy that I did that. I think it's a really cute bar, and I could see myself playing with this one. So yeah, I decided to add some spandrels here with a column to kind of separate out the bar area, and I'm going to make that a little bit smaller so it feels more cozy and there's more space around it for other seating. I really wish the bar here, though, that came with Life and Death came with a matching counter, so that this extended bar area that I created didn't look like it didn't match, because it very clearly has a marble top on the counter, but the bar isn't like that. And I just really wanted to use the new bar and have it wrap around like this, so I decided to ignore it and use it anyway. But it would be nice if there was a matching version, because like that just looks so realistic and nice when we're able to do that. And there's plenty of base game ones like that, but of course I wanted to use the new bar, so I didn't go ahead and use the base game one. These are going to be the booth seating I end up using. I am going to change the swatch to a brown instead. I think the brown leather just looks so incredibly cozy, and the red was just a little bit too bright, especially compared to the door. That's kind of why I was trying to bring in the red, but I, in the end, decided it didn't work. And then I'm just placing down a runner rug over here. This one is from the Vampires game pack. Once again, it is red right now, but we will be changing the swatch of that. I think it ends up being green, if I'm remembering correctly, but this is the brown swatch of those booths, and I think they look so pretty. The booths I'm using are the ones from Dine Out. We actually do have a few from other packs as well. There's one from the Cozy Bistro kit, and there's a corner one from Journey to Batu, which I actually really like that one. It just didn't really fit for what I was going for here. And I do end up using quite a few items from the Cozy Bistro kit as well. That one matched beautifully with this pack. I was able to use a lot of accessories that just felt like they matched a pub environment, so I was pretty excited about that. And then the chairs that I'm using at the table here, I don't know which ones those are. I considered using the ones from Life and Death, but I think I ended up going with Get Together in the end. But these are the shelving pieces from Cozy Bistro. I also got some artwork from there. I tried to make like my own custom gallery walls. I also did end up using that one that I placed down originally that has a bunch of different paintings on it. But I got a couple from Cozy Bistro. I have this wine glass from Dine Out, and of course some stuff from Life and Death as well. And I just had fun playing around and trying to mix these up. I love going to places that have a bunch of collage artwork like this on the wall. I think it's pretty common in these sort of spaces, so I thought it would be nice to include that. Also, I really love how fancy the curtains are. I have a nice hanging plant in the corner to break up all of the brown and add a little bit of life to the space. And then the lights I'm actually using above the bar are from Journey to Batu, because that also matched really nicely with the style of lights that came with Life and Death. And then these are the stools I ended up using, which I believe are from Cottage Living, if I'm remembering correctly. And then this menu over here was also perfect, also from Cozy Bistro. I just really wanted this to feel like a very detailed, frequently visited bar, a place that your Sims would really like to come to on a regular basis, a nice enjoyable space. So I also needed to add a TV. That is a required item for a bar, but there wasn't really a good spot to add one, so I actually used Tool to go ahead and rotate this one so it's kind of coming off of the bar back, and I thought that that looked kind of nice. It was a little bit different, and I will also be cluttering up the shelves up there to have all sorts of knickknacks and bottles of different liquors, so that will be added. I'm just adding some more bar seating, or not bar seating, some more booth seating over here, and a couple of tables as well, because there wasn't enough space to put like a full amount of seating over there like I did on the other side. So I do end up getting a small table behind there, and then I put a couple just like throughout the rest of the room. I wanted to make sure there was still plenty of space for your Sims to get around. There wouldn't be any routing issues. So I think I only ended up putting two other ones. There's a 2-seater tucked by the front door, and then a 4-seater, and then just getting some more lights over here and some artwork. I can't remember if I kept that one over there or not. But I put this little menu on top of all of the tables. That one's from Cozy Bistro as well. I thought it was really pretty. And I love the lights. The wall sconces I put above the tables, that is from the Life and Death pack. And they're just really pretty. I was really impressed with a lot of the items that we got with Life and Death. I've been really enjoying them, particularly these bottles that I'm placing right now, especially in that swatch that has the rose on it. They are just so nice. I feel like we haven't had that many things over the years that are good decorative clutter for like bars or kitchens like that, and just having bottles you can place someplace is so nice. And I like how they're all kind of different as well. So yeah, just cluttering up this space, adding a couple of bottles of wine, some flowers. I also ended up cluttering up this shelf over here with some flowers. I also have the, oh my goodness, what is it called? An hourglass, the hourglass that you can get from the Grim Career. I thought that that was a really cool item to place over here, and a clock and some more flowers. Just trying to clutter up the space so it feels realistic. I also decided to bring a tile behind the bar and into the bathrooms. I really like the color of this one. It's like red, blue, and green, and it just felt dated, but like it had a lot of fun energy to it for some reason. It felt correct. I don't know how to really explain why, but it felt like it was the exact tile I needed for this space. And then I am just bringing in some more artwork. I also got a knight in here. It just felt appropriate. I am going to move where it is. And of course, a grandfather clock as well. So just getting some of those sort of finishing touches for the interior. And then we should also be decorating the bathroom, the little hallway that leads you to the bathroom, and finishing up the exterior. But yeah, just getting some more art by the bar. I also got a clock over here as well, and digging through all of the other accessories that I could put in this space. And I decided to have this is the exit door up above the door that leads you to the hallway. So if you're behind the bar, that is how you leave. But this is going to be the hallway. This is where I put the trash cans for your Sims to throw things out. Technically, these are outdoor trash cans. I didn't think that was a problem. They just felt like they made sense for the interior of a public space like this. And I got some more artwork, and I will also have our trash can outside as well. So if you'd prefer to have the outdoor trash can outside, it is there. And then the entryway table, I just put a couple of items on as well so that it wasn't empty. I thought about putting this candelabra, but I did get rid of it in the end. I just ended up having some books and flowers and stuff. Just kind of generic entryway stuff, even though this is not a house. I thought it came out pretty cute. And then this shelf, I also added some clutter on to fill up that space. And this is the bathroom. It just has a toilet and a sink. It's a very simple one. I didn't imagine you would have a shower in the bar. So that is pretty much it for this build. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. And a massive thank you to my YouTube members for all of your support. If you'd like to become a member yourself, you can click the join button below the video or the link in the description. Enjoy the screenshots, and I'll see you all soon. Bye everyone.